Hey, Ray from Bridge Marina here. We're doing a walkthrough and review on this Crownline 235E XS, which is just a great all-around boat. There's a lot of boat here for a pretty compact package, but by no means do I think this is a small boat. Crownline did a great job on this particular boat. This is like one of their signature boats that they sell. And this particular model has a lot of options on it that we'll go through. But I stood up here on the bow so you can get a view of just how much boat's going on here and different conversation areas and just different parts of the boat that are really rather unique. That'll make this a really good boat for somebody that's looking for something that's kind of an all-around bow rider. Starting up here for bird's eye view, you've got a very nice rounded bow area that's very comfortable seating for two, potentially three, but really a two-person bow. And then the aft cockpit that easily seats about 6 people. So comfortable 8-person boat. I'm sure it can handle more, but comfortable for 8 persons, which is the right amount for a boat that's 23 feet or so. Really done a great job with this bow seating area. Nice little wraparound bow, comfortable seating for 2. If you're just lounging and not driving anywhere, you can certainly put 3 up here, but they put some built-in armrests, some headrests. I'll sit down there to give you an idea as regards to size, but did a really nice job finishing it off. And if you notice, I'm up all the way on the bow here, and it's a nice space up here to, get on and off the boat, to step into the boat. And of course, they've got a built-in ladder up here, a bow ladder in case you're going to a sandbar, as well as anchor storage in here with enough storage for a reasonable size anchor, as well as all your tackle. If you'll notice, they've put the seafoam on this, and this is at the bow and the stern. It's nicely finished off, just nice to touch, feels good when you're walking around. We're gonna stay up in here in the bow for a minute, just some thoughtful things. Cooler storage built into the bow, which is kind of nice. This pulls right out, and you've got your space for your cooler up at the bow. And then of course, the typical storage under the seats, which is hinged. And of course, they finished off the compartments with it's fiberglass, but it's got gel coat over it, so it's a nice finish and also sheds the water really well. Now back to size. The bow on these 235s is a little, it's a little bit short, but I'm about 5'10", 5'11", and I'm comfortable here. If you notice, you just fall right into the seat here. Comfortable up here with my arm on the gunnel, as well as a nice grab rail here, and the seats just hit you right. I will say it's a little bit short if you're a taller guy or gal, and I wouldn't want to ride like this, but certainly comfortable just to hang out. It's a nice bow, I like it. One of the things I'm noticing as I'm sitting here too is they've done a good job with the different fabrics in here. If you notice, this fabric's a little bit more rough or resilient, and then the soft vinyl here, and the nice contrast and some stitching in here. They did a good job. I'm gonna walk aft here. Before I go all the way into the aft cockpit, I do want to point out we've got storage underneath the helm with a nice little handy garbage, as well as access to my fuses. And it's all cleaned up rather nice. Over here on the port side, this does have the optional windscreen, which this is great for those shoulder seasons. A little bit cold out, and you want to block the cool air from the aft cockpit. Another nice option here is on the windscreen, it has an actual lock to hold that windscreen down, which is a nice option. So when you're going down the waterway, this isn't bouncing around, but it's nice and easy to unlatch and close up. I guess before I go too far aft, I do want to show off the head on this. This has a head on the port side. This one's a porta potty with a pump out, so it is plumbed, and it has a nice sink in there. And just because I want to get an idea of size. I mean, it's a little cramped, but again, this is a 23-foot boat. But if you need it, it works. We have a nice little dome light in here, a sink, as well as a porthole over here. Nice size head. Again, I'm 5'10", and it would be a little bit cramped for me in here. But, this is for emergency use, so what do you expect? The nice thing about it, I'm sure, is when you're sitting over here in the co-captain's chair, the head compartment's low. The helm is the equal height of the captain, and so it's a nice view out of this seat. I don't feel impeded by having a head here. So some trade-offs on this particular boat. While I'm over here, I do want to point out a couple neat things. They gave the co-captain their own little compartment, a little glove box that locks as well. We've got a charger over here, a grab handle, some more storage, cup holder, and then a nice bolster seat for the co-captain as well. I have to say, the Crownline was thoughtful about not only the captain and the passengers, but the co-captain as well. It's another popular thing you see on some of these boats is they've cut out the side of this cushion so that if you're in the co-captain's chair, wherever you're sitting, you kind of turn sideways and talk, and your legs fit in here rather nicely, which is a nice option as well. Something else I'm thinking about as I'm sitting here is, as I look at this aft seating area, it's a nice job of where everybody's close enough, but also far enough away. I can envision 1, 2, 3, 4 people here comfortably, maybe 5. And my first place I looked at is right over here. Nice long seat. Oh yeah, that's nice. And of course this has a little removable cup holder if you need it. I mean, there's probably 12 cup holders on this boat, but you got 2 more if you needed it. But it's nice, it's a nice long seat. I can imagine this is a great space for folks to stretch out and get comfortable. And as you can imagine here as well, definitely 2 here. 3rd over here. That's a lot of space in this boat. It's a 23, 24 foot boat, and I'm counting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 people comfortably. And as we've gone through the storage, there's enough space below deck that I could put these 9 people on here and still have enough space on the boat where I'm not, you know, climbing around all my gear. Go a little bit further forward, guys. Nice little compartment over here on the starboard side. I can see that for dock lines or something like that. More storage, and I believe this one's also set up as a cooler and insulated, so you've got another cooler on board. And I do want to point out, it's great that it has this removable armrest and cup holder, but I'm counting 2, 4, 6, 7, 8 cup holders so far. So maybe we're 10 cup holders. 10 altogether. It's a lot of cup holders. Now I know this doesn't have the pedestal table, but I see it has the V-lock in here set for a pedestal table. I mentioned a lot of storage on this boat. And this compartment is actually where it's almost cavernous. They've got all the safety equipment in here. Oh wait, just in case you didn't have enough cup holders. We've got 2 more, and these are gonna fit back here, I assume. All the life jackets in here, all the safety equipment, which comes with a boat, all fit in this one compartment. This does have a dual battery as well as a lock on it, which is a nice extra safety feature, as well as a main breaker sitting right here. So really, half your stuff is right in this one compartment. Now the nice thing about these outboard models is they use the trunk space in here rather well. This one does have snap-in vinyl flooring. We just don't have it in place right now, but a nice extra storage space in here for your extra gear, carpets, things of that nature, which is really great, and it's finished off rather well. This final access port goes back into our systems area. So another nice option is this aft seat switches back and forth. So with a push of a button over here on the starboard gunnel, I can turn it this way so I can lounge on the back of the boat. Ooh, that's rather nice. And I put in the little removable cup holders. Yeah, that's pretty nice. Or I can flip it the other way and sit facing forward. This also lays all the way flat. So if I want to sunbathe out here, I've got that option as well. Oh, anyway, back onto the video. I'm going to continue on to the swim platform, and it's a nice couple steps up. We do have a little door here that you can close off to keep kids and pets inside. We do have a wash down here on the walkthrough. And as I get to this aft platform, they've done a pretty nice job here. The engine well does take up a little space, but I do have the ability to walk around. So, you know, this is important. 1, when I'm swimming or hanging out on the water. 2, getting on and off the boat. We'll say it's a little bit large back here in regards to the engine well, but it does the job. Nice little storage over here on the port side, again, for lines, things of that nature. It's right over my freshwater tank, so I'm not too worried about throwing wet lines in there and getting on anything else. I could get some fenders in there if I wanted to as well, which is just kind of nice when you are, you know, getting in and out of the dock and you want to throw stuff someplace quick. That's a great little spot. Pop-up cleats all around, and of course a nice boarding ladder over here on the starboard side. I'd say overall, the stern area of this boat is probably a good 8 out of 10 in regards to using the space rather well. I've got some speakers facing aft, so as I'm making my way around this particular Crownline, I have to say they've done a good overall job of just using the different spaces rather well, making it a rather useful boat. I haven't even gotten to the helm yet, but I've got nice aft seating, nice bow seating, nice aft cockpit seating. That just makes this a really well-rounded boat. And I even forgot to mention, this thing is powered, by the way, by a 200 horsepower Mercury 4-stroke that we've been running for this entire video, because often folks don't understand how quiet these things are. And it's just whisper quiet running as we're doing this. Last but not least, before the test drive, is let's check out the helm here. As I sit down, I've got my bolster seat up. Everything's sitting right in front of me. You feel kind of enveloped in here by all your instruments. Tilt steering, Got all my accessories right in front of me, pretty well marked, so that I can see what I need. I've got my Raymarine over here with a GPS, chart plotter, tachometer trim, depth finder. Yeah, it's all sitting right here. Rather comfortable. I'd say maybe the armrest is a little bit high, but it does the job. And this is really a nice helm area. I've got my own cup holder down here, place to stuff my phone and accessories in as the driver. I can see everything rather well. And one of the things I do like about this is the helms actually sit rather low, so I can see really easily around this boat without having to go to my bolster seat, which when I do, it does actually put me just above the windscreen. So nice job. I gotta say, overall, I like this boat. I'm not a Crownline dealer, but I have to say they've done a good job with this particular boat. Take this thing for a ride and see how it performs, because I'm sure it runs pretty well with that 200 horsepower, and let's have some fun with this thing. And this is a 235 powered by a 200 horsepower Merc. And as we notice, this thing is super quiet, which is great. Well, let's put this thing up on a plane. Let me just trim it all the way down for a second so we get a good indication of it jumping the plane, and let's just get up on a plane. Well, minimal bow rise to jump up on the plane. Don't mind the waves right there, we just went by a surf boat, but it gets up on plane rather quick and holds plane, you know, around that 18 mile an hour, 20 mile an hour mark, which is nice. Feels rather confident. Nice ride. Now, I like to just see what the maneuvering is like at this speed, just to get a feel for it. This does not have power steering, but does have hydraulic steering. So although I do have to, you know, turn the wheel with a little bit of effort, it is still not all that much. Comfortable boat, and we're going through a little bit of chop out here from some wakeboard boats. Boat feels great. Let's just see what kind of pickup it has. I'm very confident with that 200 on it. Just trimming it out, we're getting up into the mid 30s, which is pretty nice. Has a little more legs left in it, and that's probably about it, but we're up at 38 miles an hour, which is rather respectful for, again, a 200 horsepower on this model and size of boat with all the stuff on here. That's pretty impressive. And by the way, I do have a full tank of fuel right this second. Just going into some turns with this just to see how it performs. Holds the corners rather well. No slipping, no aeration. Oh, maybe there's a little. That's not so bad. A fun boat. And again, I'm rather impressed with what this 200 horsepower is doing on this particular boat. You might think you need a 250, and maybe so if I had it fully loaded. But right this second, with one person, full tank of fuel, feels pretty good with that 200. We're just gonna take it off plane for a second. Settles down the water rather nice. Just one more whole shot with this thing, just to get a good feel for it. Yeah, again, I can see where a 250 would help you, but this 200 is nice, pretty well balanced for this particular boat. Again, we're already up into the mid 30s right this second. Overall, with the 200 on this 235, they've done a good job. I think it's enough, especially if you're taking this thing out on, you know, bays and lakes. I think you'll have a lot of fun with this. I don't know, maybe you have more questions for us. Maybe you're not sure what you want to do with boating, but whatever it is, if you want to buy a boat, this would be a great boat to consider. Maybe you're just starting out with boating and you need to learn the ropes. Well, that's one thing that we're here for, whether it be just education, maybe you need some hands-on training how to operate one of these, or maybe you just want to rent a boat for the day or join a boating club and not worry about it. We have all that and do that, so reach out to us. Whatever it might be, we're here to help you get on the water, and I look forward to seeing you out there.